From our digital broadcast center in New York and Blog Talk Radio, this is Education World News. My name is David Ewen. This show is syndicated on 5 mobile platforms to reach people wherever they carry a mobile device. Welcome and thank you for listening. I am announcing the new changes at Forest Academy as we embark on a new chapter in global education. In 2004, our focus was teaching book publishing at a community college following 10 years in the business. After expanding to the 7 states of New York and New England with lectures spreading across 18 different subjects, it came time to close that chapter on a high note with accolades and distinctions of success. We embark on a new journey. Since 1994, I have been a publisher, film producer, and record label. I have improved the practices of about 14,000 authors, musicians, and filmmakers in the area of entrepreneurial studies. In 11 years, I have driven 28,000 miles specifically for the Professor Lecture Series on digital multimedia technologies and entrepreneurial studies. My lectures were one-session 3-hour workshop seminars hosted at colleges, universities, high schools, and other venues in the 7 states of New York and New England. About 18 months ago, I began teaching overseas through an online venue for Japanese people looking to study English as a second language. More recently, as I have wrapped up my 11-year run with the Professor Lecture Series, my attention has turned to online teaching and tutoring as an effort to put more focus on today's technology to educate people. My recent use of using a technology platform developed by 2 former Google engineers, I have been able to reach Brazil, Pakistan, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Mexico, and more. I figured if I traveled the equivalent distance of around the world, why not reach people around the world? You may have noticed the year-old logo of Forest Academy represents the Earth. Well, that is the focus of Forest Academy. More than a year ago, I took up a faculty position at Virtual English based in Japan, and more recently another faculty position at Dr. Lan Academy in Southern California. These part-time faculty positions have allowed me to reach wonderful people and show them the joy of education. An example of global education event recently achieved at Forest Academy happened in Pakistan. We broadcasted to a screen in a Pakistani classroom consisting of elementary and high school children directed by their teacher. For 15 minutes, students introduced themselves and asked me a question. This is the power of today's global education. Another example is related to the refugee crisis in Syria. 25 years ago, a Syrian person moved to Saudi Arabia for a better life. In their new residence, that person got married and had 2 kids, and living the life that they want their children to have. My third example is a Russian student wanting to learn English so that they can move and start a new life in Australia. These are just some of the examples of people who I have been able to help while Forest Academy embarks on a global education initiative. Previously, the effort in New York and New England was to help people share their expression through books, film, music, and technology. Many seeds of success were planted, and I feel honored to have orchestrated the success of so many people. More can be done by reaching a global audience and spending less time driving an automobile to local venues. The technology of today encourages us to make use of our skills to reach a larger audience. This is part of the new chapter that Forest Academy is taking on. In 2004, the question was when we were going to go beyond the state of Massachusetts in the United States. After reaching the Northeast region, it is time to extend our reach globally. Now is the right time in September 2015 to take on that challenge. Forest Academy has outgrown the 7 states of New York and New England. In addition to my lectures, teaching positions, and speaking events, I have also anchored the news and talk show at Education World News. Some notable guests include the faculty and staff at American Public University System, Sailor Academy, and Rio Salado College. The show has a broad reach through the EPN network on 5 mobile platforms, and takes advantage of the power of internet broadcast radio and podcasting. The distribution of content from Forest Academy will continue to make use of social media and aggregated from automated tools. Although more than 50 books have been published, more will be released in paperback, ebook, and audiobook form. Before the 2015 fall season, I sent out an email on August 22, 2015, to all the school administrators that I have worked with in the last 11 years in community education and workforce development. I truly appreciate the congratulatory remarks that recognized 11 years of committed achievement toward excellence and reliability. To those who have reached me, I give heartfelt thanks. At this time, I would like to share the email that I had sent to the school administrators in New York and New England, of whom I worked with these past 11 years. Some of you may have already received this message. A duplicate is an error, but the result of my effort to not miss anyone. This is a message that gives thanks to you, and over 14,000 people, in the 7 states of New York and New England spread across 52 educational institutions. It is an emotional gratitude, as I move into a new season of opportunities with exciting international challenges. Many of you already know that I have taken faculty position in Southern California as an online language professor in China. This follows my continued work in Japan, that began in June of last year. In addition, my role as managing editor of EPN News and Your World Discovered on EPN continues to expand. For this reason, the community education enrichment courses that had been scheduled for the fall 2015 and spring 2016 previously scheduled here in the United States will be cancelled as I take on expanded opportunities and challenges overseas. My role as a public speaker and professor here in the United States will continue in another reduced form as my international enterprises expand. Our paths may connect again at a TED or OLL conference. At this time, I express my appreciation to the 52 universities, colleges, community colleges, high schools, and workforce institutions that I have worked closely with since 2004. This work has grown into the Professor Lecture Series, with 18 different courses held in the 7 states of New York and New England. I will miss students wanting to learn publishing, music recording, film production, blogging, Windows 8, Excel, PowerPoint, websites, mobile apps, broadcasting, journalism, being a talk show host, business development, and more. For over 11 years, I have toured New York and New England to conduct single-day workshop seminars that had been scheduled 5 days per week. You can imagine the number of people who have been touched and those who have touched my heart. The following of many students has been tremendous. Hearing success stories from former students has been rewarding. Many have returned to repeat or take another class with me. The math shows that I have had a part in over 14,000 people's lives over the past 11 years. To touch 14,000 lives is possible only with the opportunities provided by community education programs such as yours. Without the platform to reach an audience, this would not be possible. I dedicate the success of Professor Lecture Series to the more than 50 universities, colleges, community colleges, high schools, and other institutions to whom I have worked with during these past 11 years. I am truly blessed to have met you all. With heartfelt thanks and gratitude, I bid you all farewell in the classroom, but hope our paths cross again on campus. And that was my email sent on August 22, 2015 announcing the end of Professor Lecture Series and the start of the next chapter for Forest Academy. That chapter has already begun with the team at Virtual English in Japan. So there you have it. That is what I am doing now. Thank you for listening to Education World News. My name is David Ewen from Forest Academy and Ewen Prime Company. Again, thanks for listening. This is EPN.